Hello, and welcome back to Lessons Learned by Unica. Today, you've come to the right place. Are you a home buyer or prospective home buyer, and you're not quite sure what you need to avoid when it comes to buying a home? Well, you've come to the right place because today we are going to talk about six things that you must avoid when buying a home. So get out your notepad and let's get started. Okay? So the first thing that you want to avoid when buying a home is avoid co-signing for anyone. That includes your children. That includes your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother. You do not want to be doing these things when you're buying a home. And it's also a good idea that if you have co-signed in the past, check your credit report to see if you have any derogatory items on your credit report for that trade line that you co-signed for. Why is that important not to co-sign for someone? Well, because if that person that you co-sign for is for any reason late or is behind on the item that you co-sign for them on, it's going to also hit your credit report. There have been instances when individuals who have co-signed for other people have decided to buy a home, and then all of a sudden that negative item or that item that they co-signed for became negative in their behalf. Why? Because just when they were ready to buy a house, pop goes a negative trade line showing that the person who they co-signed for did not make the payment. Okay? So please do not co-sign for anyone when you're buying a home. Okay? Number two, please do not make any car purchases when you're buying a home. Again, and it's also better, to be honest with you, it's better to buy the house before the car. Now, if you already have a car, maybe you have a used car that has a very low payment, like $100 or something like that, then that's okay. But if you have a substantial car payment note, like $5, $6, $7, $800 a month, this could heavily impact your debt to income ratio. That can cause the amount that you can afford for your new home to be a lot less than what you were expecting. So if you need a car, it's a good idea that you have already purchased it before. Now, if you, like I said, if you need one and you have to have one, right, then it's better to get like a used one with a very low monthly payment, like $100 or less. Okay. If in the event that you just simply cannot afford one at that price point, then it's probably best that you had set some money to the side long before you got your house or long before you go to get your house, right? To maybe set some money to the side, buy it for cash, right? And that's, like I said, at least a year before you buy your house, okay? That you want to handle that, all right? But during the process of buying your home, please don't go out and buy a car. Please don't go out and buy a car. And if you've bought that car before and you got a heavy note before, then like I said, that's going to substantially reduce the amount of house you can afford. But if you had, I'm going to repeat myself, if you had to buy that car, please don't let it be an expensive monthly payment. Okay? Make sure it either you had set some money aside a year before and you bought the car maybe at an auction, maybe something really cheap, and you bought it all cash, or if you got a note, don't let it be above $100. Okay? Unless you have a serious, very good debt to income ratio that allows you not to impact heavily the house that you want. Okay? And the third thing you do not want to do, you do not want to purchase furniture before you actually get the keys in your hand. Now, let's say you get a contract and your contract gets accepted by a seller. Let's say you submit that contract to the seller with your agent, and that seller approves your contract, right? Is that the time to go shopping? No, 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 no. That's not the time to go shopping, okay? Again, as a review, put in the comment section, when did I say that you can go get your furniture? Did y'all hear it? Did you hear it? Put in the comment section now. Put in the comment section now. See if you heard it. Okay. Yes, the answer was yes. When you get the keys in your hand at closing, that's when you can go shopping. Okay? See? So, because if you go shopping before, you know what can happen? If you put that card, that credit card, on, let's say you're shopping online and you start charging up all that furniture on your card, did you know you can lose your home even though you have an accepted contract? You see, because when you were pre-approved before you put the contract on the market, it was based on you not having that extra debt. But now you go shop and you run all this extra debt on your card, your credit card. That's going to reduce your ability to purchase what you were pre-approved for. So please do not go shopping until you get the keys in your hand and you are fully approved for that property. Okay? Number 4, another thing to avoid is that you do not want to run up your credit card debt. So, like, some people, what they do is they may say, oh, I can have 30% or go over 30 or have about 30% debt usage, right? That's actually the maximum of what they prefer you to have. The less your debt usage or your credit usage is, the better. I recommend that if you're buying a house, that you put your balances, you take your credit limit divided by your balance that you have on your account, and that'll tell you what your percentage is. Bring your percentage to under 5% if you're buying a house, okay? All right, so you take your credit limit divided by the balance of what you have spent, okay? And that'll tell you what your percentage is. If you want to know what 5% is, you take your credit limit, multiply it times 5%, and it tells you what your balance should be, and that will be the max of what you should have on your card. Okay, don't go above that. It's best to just, if you're going to use your card and you have less than 5%, then just buy groceries, just buy gas, things like that. All right. Also, next, please do not close. This is number 5. Please do not close any of your trade lines. What are trade lines? Those are the actual credit tours and the debts that you have on your credit report. Okay? Don't close any of them. Do not. Because what will happen is your credit age, the age or the lifespan, let's just say that card that you're closing, you've had it for 5 years, right? Well, they take an overall average of all of the credit cards that you have had, and that's how they add all the credit ages up and divide it by the number of trade lines that you have. That's how they're able to figure out your age, your average age, right? So if you close that one that's there for 5 years, you're going to reduce the age that you have, your credit history age, okay? And that's going to drop your score. So please don't close any of your credit cards. The final item that you must avoid is, please do not make any unsourced or unseasoned large deposits into your bank account. Sometimes some of y'all have that mattress money, or that money you keep up under the mattress. Or sometimes maybe you have a family member who you say, well, my mom gave me some money and she put it in my account, right? And I'm going to make a large deposit on that particular and put that in my account so I can be ready to buy my house. Well, let me tell you what it means to be seasoned and sourced. Because I said do not put unsourced and unseasoned large deposits. Okay, so let's just first start off at the beginning of the conversation. So what we need to explain to you is that usually a loan officer is going to need from you your bank, all your liquidity, your bank statement for your checking, your savings, any kind of money market account, your stocks, your bonds, your mutual funds, any kind of CDs that you have, as well as your retirement. So they can see how much money you have in your account. All right. And if you are doing direct deposit with your pay that you're getting every 2 weeks or every week or however often you get paid, they can see what those deposits are. But all of a sudden, they have this large deposit that has come through. And the underwriters, who are the ones that agree to approve or not approve your loan, and see this large deposit, what is that from? I know it's not from their income. I know it's not from any kind of money that they've made. They haven't told us about any kind of money that they're getting from anybody. So that can cause a problem. So you always want to be open with your loan officer and let them know, look, my mom wants to deposit some money in my account. They have a form that your mom will complete or your dad will complete to be able to deposit the money in your account. But in order to source and season that deposit, your mom is going to have a copy of the withdrawal receipt that the money came from her account, okay, and the copy of the deposit receipt that went into your account. Okay, so that's sourcing it. Where did it come from? And seasoning it. Okay, so they can see, okay, it came from your mom, boom, her account, that's the withdrawal, and then went seasoned, boom, into your account. So you have two receipts. One is the withdrawal from your mom's account. One is the deposit slip that's going into your account, the deposit sheet. Now, there's also normally going to be a down payment or a letter that your parents are going to have to complete or fill out showing that they're giving you down payment money. And usually a lender is going to have this form, okay, showing that your parents are going to be giving you some kind of assistance for down payment. All right, so you'll complete that form as well, and then usually will want your parents to sign it. Some banks have that, some don't, but again, they all want it to be sourced and seasoned. Okay, so again, no deposits in your account, no large deposits in your account, that's outside of your pay stub or your pay, that's coming from mom, dad, sister, brother, wherever, or mattress money. Now, if it's mattress money, you need to talk to your lender again, because they may tell you slowly deposit the mattress money a little bit at a time, and they may have to tell you how. Don't just, if you got mattress money, that means that you can't source and season it, right? So that means you're going to have to talk with your loan officer and say, look, I've been keeping $10,000 in my mattress, and I need this money to be able to buy. How can I put this into my account? They will tell you how. Okay, they would tell you how. So you follow the instructions of what the loan officer tells you to. Don't just put that money into your account. Okay, so those are the 6 things to avoid when you're buying a home. Now, if you are interested in what's going on your credit report, then you can get a free credit report through annualcreditreport.com. Okay, again, annualcreditreport.com, and they will give you one a year. Now, I understand during COVID, this past year, they've been saying they'll give you 2, but I'm going to say at least one. I know it's at least one that they'll give you. Now, you normally have to pay for the credit score, right? But they will give you the report with the trade lines for free. You can get one from Equifax. You can get one for TransUnion, and they'll also give you one from Experian, right? So that's like having 3, but only 1 per bureau. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in to the 6 things that home buyers must avoid when buying a home. And please do not forget to subscribe and watch that next video that's coming up. All right. And please forget to like, share, and comment. Give me your feedback as to what you thought about these 6 ideas. Were you aware of these? Did you know about them? Was this helpful to you? Let me know so I can give you more content like this. So you have a positive day. And again, thank you for stopping by Life Lessons by Unika. You have a positive day.